Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Trade Ideas live trading room for Thursday, April the 9th. My name is Barry Anderson, moderator of your trading room. Can I get a quick sound check, please? I'm sure you guys can hear me. Okay, great. Well, yeah, guys, today, 10 o'clock, the big meeting, as long as it's not canceled. So the oil meeting. I've heard reports, 10 to 20, 20 to 40, depending on how the meeting goes for the price of oil. So I guess we'll keep our fingers crossed that it's good. Those of you who are betting on oil, look at APA this morning. APA, what a run it's having. Another small one, MRO. Don't think it's having quite the same run, but it is. But these are two little ones that I'm following. I saw this APA yesterday. And look at the gap. So, I mean, man, if they have a good meeting, this one could keep exploding the way it is. All right, take a look at a few other ones. OVV, another little one that is moving higher here. OVV, pre-market high, 472. USWS. Yeah, actually, this is fading quite a bit now. They had some kind of a deal with EQT that was announced, a contract. I think it was a 10-year contract or something. Anyway, this is just fading now, though. Still up 300%, though. I mean, man, this was what? 26 cents. Not a pink sheet stock either. 26 cents yesterday. Wow. Interesting. China stock. Billy, B-I-L-I. So Sony is just announced a $400 million stake in BILI. So I guess they're not worried about China stocks right now. BILI. PSTI, another virus play. PSTI, that's been moving up. This has been moving up. Had a big day yesterday. Actually, had a big day the day before, but it sold right off. Remember, today is the last trading day of the week. Markets are closed tomorrow. BNTX, another virus play. Now, this can be incredibly whippy, guys. Remember this day back here. This is back in March the 18th. Got as high as $105. Then it just collapsed. Basically dropped half. This is BNTX. And AMRN. I think this is a very interesting level if it holds. AMRN. Yeah, it's just over 6. AMRN. I'm just trying to see what. Okay, so they're going to. I don't understand. This is a press release this morning. So they're going to announce preliminary Q1 results April 13th. So next week, April 29th is when they're due to release their earnings. Anyway, AMRN. But look at the gap, guys. Look at the amount of room it has if it wants to keep running. And that's for AMRN. Big. Definitely keep an eye on big lots. Look at big gap here. 200, no, that's the weekly. That's where the 200-day is far enough away. 2303, about $4 away. But big lots, a big gap here. I don't see any specific. Enter sales leaseback deals on 4 distribution centers. So there is some news. Investor Group responds. So there is some news for big lots, BIG. BORR. Everything's so dependent on whatever comes out of the meeting at 10 o'clock. I don't know. It went, obviously the meeting is not going to be over at 10, but I guess that's when it's supposed to start in the Saudis and Russia. Yeah, look at the SPY. I guess the employment numbers I guess the numbers came out this morning, again, shrugging it off. I'm assuming they did. Nautilus, NLS. It's a nice little gap up for Nautilus. 28 million in the float, 45%, big gap. Again, my gap ups are going crazy again. CLSK, there's probably some new ones being, look at this one, CLSK. Clean Spark. Where are these things coming from? Of course, Virus Play. Yep. Joint venture relationship with international papers to import PPE for hospitals fighting the virus. So this one just is popping up here. I don't think I've seen this one before. CLSK, another low float. Look at the gap. Again, these other investment pools and funds, LADR, TWO. Now, the interesting one was MITT. It actually gapped down, but it has come right back. There was some news. Jumps 14% after some substantive. Boy, that's a tough word to say, at least for me right now. Agreement on forbearance. That actually caused it to actually drop quite a bit, but it has come right back. MITT. Oh, market's just ripping here. Look at this. LADR, SDP, the cruisers, RCL, the airlines. You know, I feel like we are in a disconnect universe here with the market doing what it's doing, but what is happening out in the real world. I just feel like we're in a complete disconnect. But I guess we just take advantage of it as traders, for sure. Yeah, I mean, you think that there's absolutely nothing wrong going the world away. Look what the SPY has done, guys. I mean, this is unbelievable. I mean, it just can't come off that level right there, 217, 278. I mean, we're still, 50 odd points from the all-time highs, but my goodness. So the next level right there, okay, why not? I was sticking a price alert right there. Oh, I know. I mean, all the stimulus, of course, the stimulus is there, but that's you got a lot of debt that is piling up now. But you know what? I don't care. I mean, well, I shouldn't say I don't care. I mean, just have to play what we see now, guys. Again, 10 o'clock. Huge meeting, obviously, this morning. Now, let's hope they don't call it off the last minute. But this is just one after another, gapping up, one after another. As opposed to the gap downs, this one gap down, Vive, big gap down for it. I guess their drug failed. And I was actually interested in this one, kind of counter to the rest of the oil plays. Oil plays, SSL at one point, but it is recovered also. Look at BNTX. The only problem, well, the problem I got with BNTX, it's a tough one, certainly to intraday trade, I find. I mean, it's very, very spready, very, very whippy. Cannot take very many shares. But man, oh man, I mean, look what it did, again, less than a month ago, all the way up to 105. Obviously a virus play. No, not at all. Not at all. I'm just remarking that it's a huge disconnect. Not at all. The whole meeting at 10, yeah. 10 Eastern time, yes. So, about 45 minutes from now. Okay, guys, I'm not even going to ask, but I guess I am going to ask. Everybody can see my screen. No pixelization. And if you do have pixelization, then I think my recommendation is that you upgrade your browser, whatever browser you're using. I think we've finally conquered it, guys. I think the latest upgrade to Chrome, the browser, I think it has solved the problem. No more having to tell everybody to disable the hardware accelerator. I think now you can use any browser you want. I think the only issue is making sure your browser is up to date. That's all. Thomas, it doesn't seem to be as dire in Canada. You know, we don't have, I mean, obviously, I don't have the same sense anyway as it being as dire. I mean, listen, we're all doing the social distancing, etc., following, adhering to all the guidelines, etc. But I just don't see the hospitals being overrun. Yeah, everything is closed. Yeah, everything is closed. We're all working from home. In that respect, yes, it's exactly the same. All right, guys, let me just take a quick look to see what sort of upgrades and downgrades from Goldman Sachs this morning. Actually, we're getting to a manageable number. Maybe next week I'll be able to start actually putting them all in. We're starting to get to a manageable number of upgrades and downgrades. Okay, so I'll still just do the Goldman. Remember yesterday's Goldman upgrade for Aqua was very good. All right, just two upgrades, OMAB, OMAB, and CCC. And let me get the downgrades now in for Goldman. All right, not too many of each. Let's take a look at OMAB though. Let's see what it's doing right now, OMAB. Central North Airport. All right. Where are they out of? Oh, Mexico. I see. Okay. So they've upgraded OMAB for whatever reason. All right, guys, and as always, if you want to follow my watch list up and down and the repeating all day long, just go to the new in the toolbar, click on new, and then channel bar, and then my window's right there. Remember, I know I have to say it every morning, but some people just forget. Everything in the channel bar is a layout, so make sure before you load anything, including my windows, make sure you save your layout to the cloud. You can only have one layout loaded at a time. So your layout will disappear or be replaced, which is, again, okay, as long as you've saved it to the cloud. And then you can follow my windows all day long. Nothing will happen in these two windows until 15 minutes after the market opens. I still have the 15-minute delay instead of 30-minute. We'll see what happens. If you want to make the change, you can do it. I don't think the change is not made in the channel bar. So if you do want to make the change, you just have to go to configure and change it from 30 to 15 if you want to. You don't have to. And I will put it on auto trading. I'll put the two strategies on auto trading and see what happens. Again, this is in the simulator. This is in the simulator. Everything I'm doing is in the simulator, okay? I've connected. Look at Kohl's, KSS. Wow. Almost at, well, it's above yesterday's high and it's above the day before. So this looks like it's in mini rip mode right now. I mean, it's already ripping in the 5 and the 50, excuse me, in the 5 and the 15. Pretty bad news for VIVE, but you're right. I don't know what other drug they've got in their pipeline, but and I should put this in right now. The promo code is actually alive right now. I wasn't sure it was going to be alive right off the bat, but it is alive. So anybody wants to take 25% off either the first month or the entire year of a Trade Ideas subscription, make sure I type that in. There it is, Easter egg. Easter egg. Make sure I did type that in correctly. Easter egg. Yes. All in capital letters. Instant 25% savings off the first month or the entire year of a Trade Ideas subscription. Okay, all you have to do is click on the subscriptions tab or subscription link just to show you what that. So there's $22.68 a year for a premium yearly service. You apply the promo code and it moves it down to $17.01. Okay, so that it'll be good in probably till Sunday night. Yeah, joint partnership. Yeah, I mean it's a virus play. You know, for what it's worth, super low float. For what it's worth, it is a virus play. Again, these little companies are coming out of the woodwork. You know, all I have to do is say, hey, we're doing something, and we're going to start testing stock pops. TRTX, another really, this little other investment pools and funds, this sector, what a move. So if it takes out, I mean, these could be longer term plays for sure. Let me just want to make one adjustment to my watch list. Okay, give me one moment. Be right back. All right, sorry about that. Yeah, look at TRTX. That's one of the ones that is a relatively low float in this sector. Relative low float. A lot of them are, 3, 4, 500 million in the float. This one is a relatively low float. Even Ford is jumping a bit here. Look at Ford. There's that CLSK making a new high here. Again, guys, all eyes at 10 o'clock. Let's see if we get any... I don't know when the meeting's going to be over. That's when it's supposed to start, the oil meeting between the Saudis and Russia. With, of course, the U.S. as an interested participant, sort of a bystander, but obviously the world will be watching to see what's going to happen with oil. Some wild price ranges depending on the what happens. Anywhere from $20 to $40 for the price of oil. Oh, look at PSTI. Wow, what a pop. Look at that move. PSTI, I mean, it was already up. 520, now hit 6. Uh, 10 o'clock Eastern time, Dima. PSTI changes the game with strong preliminary COVID-19 results. Keep an eye on this OMAB. It has me intrigued with the Goldman upgrade. There's absolutely no volume yet. It's a fairly low float. It's a Mexican airport. Always interesting to me to see why would Goldman pick on this one? Not pick on it, but I mean, even have it in their radar. All right, everybody, the market's going to open in less than 15 seconds. So let's have a great end to this trading week. And remember, this is the last day of trading for this week. Markets are closed tomorrow for a Good Friday. One moment. And we are now open. So as usual, I'll sit out the first 15 probably. Let things settle down just a little bit. concentrate a lot of my watch list. What a comeback for MIT. I mean, this was up pre-market, then it just tanked. It looked like it was going down to about $2, and then look at this. What a pop again. And there's CLSK making a new high. Okay, so Amarin hit 626 in the pre-market, drops down to 6. It's come right back up. AMRN has a ton of room if it wants to move. It's a big float. Apache continues to move higher here. APA, how's Marathon doing? MRO, another cheap one. Actually, not as well as Apache, not yet anyway. And there goes big, guys. Big. Big psychological level for big to try to take out, that $20 level. Wow, Mitt, it's quite amazing. I mean, I saw this actually. I was had this as a potential gap upper, and then this happened. This is all pre-market. You know, this is the market opening right here. Of course, there's the first 5-minute candle. Then it just gapped down. It was quite negative. Look at the comeback, MITT. And there's another one, XAN, guys. XAN, same sector. So we've got this sector alive again, XAN, NYMT, IVR, MFA, or just a ton of them. Now Nail, I don't know what Nail is doing in here, but remember Nail was an ETF, a 3-time ETF for the home builders. And a tremendous day yesterday. Look at the day, look, here's the candle yesterday. Big day yesterday. Look at the gap. You know, guys, look at MNK. I saw this one. I think this is on the watch list. I don't know I can't remember if I added it to the watch list, but look at MNK. Big volume right now coming into MNK. Now they're not all ripping. There's RWT, that's in the same sector. Now look at the topping tail. Let me see. There's the INSG. Wow, the INSG from yesterday. This was my nice trade from yesterday. Basically, I'm going to say they pre-released. You know, May 6th is still their release date, but they kind of pre-released yesterday. Expanded basically said their Q1 was going to be better than expected. Good morning, Prince. Again, I'm just waiting out that first 15. Look at MNK though. MNK just ripping here. Now, take a look at it. Let's see, on the weekly chart. The next high looking left is about 4, so there is room. Okay, guys. Now there is an AI alert, but you know I'm not. Wow, look at Big. Big just popped right through 20. We were saying 20 is a psychological level for it to get through. Big has popped through 20. BIG. Now, I'm not a big fan of the early AI alerts, okay? I'll tell you that right off the bat. Not a big fan of them. I don't think you have to hop on them immediately, but it's up to you if you have the AI. Sometimes they will run, but sometimes they'll just kind of settle down. All right, there's a LSK. Not shortable for me. Again, I just think all these little companies coming up with virus PRs. Yeah, this got halted on the way up, actually. So this had quite a pullback, though, a huge pullback. I mean, this was almost a $2 pre-market, pulled all the way back. There is some news on it. Some kind of a contract deal with EQT. Let's see how EQT is doing. Nothing really. Keep an eye on Coop, Mr. Cooper. Keep an eye on Coop here. It's on the watch list. Well, everything is shut down in Canada also. Same thing. But it doesn't. But I don't think our hospitals are overrun. All right, guys. Why I don't like trading the first? Look at this. I mean, look at PSTI all the way up to 750. I mean, all the way back down, dropping basically $1.50. Boy, it's going to be fascinating. 9:38, guys. So another 22 minutes before the meeting starts between the Saudis and Russia. NLS, guys, mentioned this one. NLS, look at the gap down. Now it's come right back up. There's the pre-market highs of around 372. Fairly low float, 28 million in the float. Again, I'm just kind of biding my time, letting things kind of settle down the first 15 minutes a little bit. Obviously, well, it's too bad. I'm looking at the one. Obviously, if you have the AI, there was one spectacular one right off the bat in that sector. Well, I don't know if the news is out, but the meeting is supposed to start at 10 o'clock Eastern time, Daniel. I don't think there's going to be news immediately, but that's in theory when the meeting is supposed to start. How soon afterwards do we get actual news? I don't know. Are you saying it's over at 10 a.m.? I thought it started at 10 a.m. I thought it started at 10. I didn't think it was over at 10. I may be wrong. There's Coop, guys. Just mentioned Coop. Again, I'm just waiting out that first 15 minutes, letting things settle down just a little bit. I know I'll miss the initial runners. So this little sector is still alive and kicking. MFA, MIT, RWT has come right back. Look at this, it has come right back. Yeah, look at, Real was mentioning CCL, the cruisers, NCLH. Big gap here, or big pop. Market is ripping. I shouldn't say ripping. Well, it's ripping. I guess it's ripping. You know, we're sort of blasé now. It's up 400 points. Ho hum. We're getting so used to these wild wild swings. I bet you Nail is moving also. Yeah, look at Nail, guys. Real mentioned XHB. I might have to add Nail to my my spider sector list. All right, hey, here's Aqua. Aqua was a boy. What a nice day it had yesterday. Now coming right into the 200-day moving average. At least it touched it. It just almost touched it. 1702. This was an upgrade yesterday from Goldman. Had a great day with a lot of stocks, of course. But okay, USWS now has come out of the halt. It is now resumed. USWS did have news this morning. Some kind of a deal with EQT. Okay, guys. Now, quick point. I don't mind talking about this right now. I don't talk about the AI alerts usually when they first happen, but keep an eye. I mean, the AKTS. Now, why wouldn't it be necessarily something that you would dive into right away? Look where the 200-day moving average is, 705. Okay, so if you have the AI, just be aware of that. There's the 200-day moving average right there. And plus, there seems to be a lot of resistance not that far away. So, to me, it's not. I mean, unless it took out that 200-day moving average, it could really struggle. And another word about the AI. I mean, look. Okay, there's an initial alert for this EFC at 1035. This is why I don't believe in auto trading totally, the AI, because it got up to 1186 and it's still in the trade. Okay, it has not exited the trade. You could not possibly allow that to happen. You know, it has come all the way back down almost to the entry. Okay, everybody wants to auto trade the AI. I mean, if you want to take a look, I really believe that the AI is a great watch list, but you have to manage the trades. How could you possibly let something that you get alerted at 1035 go all the way up to 1186 and it's come almost back down to the alert price without taking it out? Let them eat cake. Look at cake. All right, Real, I had to add you here. I added Real to the watch list. Now, again, I want to see how well this works. Only delaying it 15 minutes. Now, CLR is totally reliant on what's going to happen with the oil meeting. Okay, well, look, if real takes out 9, yeah, actually, we don't call it a webinar, but that's okay. You know, this is a trading room because first, this is not recorded, so it's not like a typical webinar that we normally have. Look at SKT, guys. Gap up and go. Gap up and go. SKT. Look at the room it's got. Silver. PAAS. Okay, real over 9 now. Real is over 9 now. Let's see if it can maintain 9. It's got a lot of room. EXPR. You can see why again on the watch list. Now, what's this high right there? 252. So 250 is going to be probably a tough one to get through. If it gets through that, though, it has some room, maybe up to the 3 level. I hope real, you took real. In your honor. I'm going to go over all this at about 10:30, guys. Why these are taking these trades automatically from my watch list. Okay, I will go over it. This is in the simulator. How could we not take real, right? Eleven minutes till the meeting starts. I believe it starts. I don't think we're going to get results at 10 o'clock from the oil meeting. Guys, real. I mean, what can I say? So the next high looking left on the daily chart is 979. And the gap, look at GPS even, the gap. Big float. Everything's exploding. I'm only in one of these guys, my real account. Only in one of them. You probably know which one. Had to do it. Okay, I just closed some out of the reel. So obviously, APA, OVV, and CLR so dependent on what's going to happen at, well, 10 plus. Just one moment, please. All right, I am now back. Again, guys, so dependent. APA, OVV. OVV is a, APA obviously is a way more of a name company. Apache, this is just a, don't really know anything about these guys, OVV. Intraday, Henry. Okay, for dojis, I'll see. I don't know what we have for doji. I don't look at them, but see what we have. Okay, so Henry, you can see my screen. This is what we have for dojis intraday. Okay, 5, 10, 15, 30, and 60. Okay, that's all. That's what we have. All right, Henry, I'm talking to you in the YouTube feed. There's SPR. Well, if you just loaded it, Erwin, then you're only going to get the top one. Okay, you have to load it right at before 9:45. If you just loaded it, if you went to my channel, new channel bar and my windows, and you just loaded it, you're not going to get all the early ones. There's SPR. Yeah, it took SPR. I only took one of these guys. Just I had to do it for real. Had to do it. Yeah, well, look at the market. I think I'm gonna flatten out of that one. I'm just again, all this is, this is all in the simulator, okay? This is not my real account. Only took one of them in my real account. An homage to real. Oxy could, I mean, look, Oxy's got a ton of room if we get some good news. Again, I don't know when we'll actually get the news, but the meeting is supposed to start at 10 o'clock. Look at Apache. I think I'm going to get rid of some of these. Look at Apache, SPR. This is a little one. I'm going to flatten out of that one. I'm just keeping an eye on the simulator. Up 550 already, just in the simulator. That's risking $100 a trade. Flatten out of this one. Apache still is alive. SPR. Okay, great, Henry. Glad to see you got that one. In my opinion, okay, Brad? In my opinion, IMO, in my opinion, and WW is worth watching. I'm going to pop this in again, guys. I'm going to probably all day long because remember, the market's closed tomorrow. So, as I said, if you were in the room yesterday, I said there would be a promo for 25% off. There it is, Easter egg, all in capital letters, 25% off. All I have to do is click on that link and subscribe. 25% off the first month or the entire year. And as always, if you do take out, say, a monthly subscription, if within a month, within the 30 days, you want to upgrade, you can do so. Say from a monthly to an annual or from a standard to a premium, and we'll honor the 25% promo code. And that should be good until Sunday night, 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time, Sunday night. All right? Oh, I see. Yeah. Well, yeah. I guess you weren't around earlier, Lucky Pete. What I've done here in the channel, I still have a delay of 30 minutes. I decided to change it yesterday just to see what would happen if I only delayed it 15 minutes. Okay, that's why you're not getting any. Yes, on the Brokerage Plus license. Yes, John. But you obviously weren't here earlier because I was explaining that. So I'm going to flatten out of that one. Oxy, I mean, look at Oxy, guys. If this, look at the gap for Oxy. The next high looking left on that weekly chart is 1919. This still has a ton of room. When did you do it though? Again, you're not going to get all the early ones. If you just did it, you're only going to get the last ones. Yesterday, are you sure you saved your, did you save it? Are you 100% sure you saved it? You have to save your work, you know. So if you right click on the window, configure, and click on summary, does it still say 15 minutes? You may not have saved your work. And if you're loading it from the channel bar, say changes in the channel bar do not save because you're trying to change it for everybody, and everybody might not want that. If that makes sense, the channel bar. I mean, you can make the change in the channel bar, and if you have that channel up and running all day, that's fine. But the minute you go out of it and come back, those changes are not saved. Holy smokes! What a day for the watch list. $10, guys. $10. So watch your oil plays. I wouldn't auto trade the AI, Walter, but I mean, if you want to, if you're bound and determined to auto trade the AI, you have to buy Brokerage Plus. Do you have Brokerage Plus? You have to buy it for $1,100 minus that 25%. Number one. If you've bought it, then you have to turn on all the strategies. Holly, you have to turn them all on. Boy, that EFC has been all over the place. They're waiting for any sort of a pullback. I'm not seeing any yet. All right, 10 o'clock, guys. Yeah, Lucky, I'm not sure how I can help you. If you're telling me that you have absolutely okay. You know what I'm going to do? Let me just do one thing here. I want to make sure I've got some of these windows pinned. All right. Well, I'm getting them. I'm getting them. I'm not sure. I understand what's happening with on your system, but I'm getting them right there. You know, it didn't start till 10 because in Okay, Walter, do you have Brokerage Plus? Did you pay $1,100 minus whatever discount? Do you have Brokerage Plus? Did you pay $1,100 for it? Number one. Because the only way you can auto trade the AI, no, but you have to buy, if you want to auto trade the AI, which I'm not recommending, but if you're bound and determined to do, you have to buy Brokerage Plus. The only time you have to buy Brokerage Plus is if you want to auto trade the AI. Okay? So it's not a matter of just having the premium service. You want to auto trade like an alert window like I've got, you don't have to buy Brokerage Plus, and you can do that. Wow, never seen a reaction like this from my watch list. You know, so you can create your own alert window, or if you wanted to auto trade my alert windows or your alert window that you create, you basically, you know, you have to have this, you have to load the strategy. I'm gonna go over all this at around 10:30. You have to load the strategy in here, and then you have to enable it. That's why these are trading. I'm trying to keep track. I've only taken the one trade, guys. It's been fast and furious. Yeah, there's CNQ, guys, Canadian Natural Resources. So the pop, this is actually starting to fade here. Look at PCG. Man, oh man, PCG. What a run it's having right now. Okay, I'm going to get out of that one. Flatten out of my oil plays. Yeah, you see, you got to, if I were paying way more attention. So the market is starting to move down a little bit, start to flatten out some of these positions. Remember, I was up 700 odd. Okay, just watching EXPR now. Ruth. Okay, Ruth, you're over 9 now. Lots of room for Ruth. All right, I'm getting out of everything in the simulator. Just flatten out of everything in the simulator. So, all right, guys, this is sort of a gap up in reverse now for STM. Yeah, this the watch list was really on steroids. VTR, again, this is one of those little, well, not little, this is a big guy, I guess, but in that segment or sector, other investment pools and funds. How's Hertz doing? HTZ. Yeah, so Hertz and Car. So a good column to have is the max P&L to see how well you did on exiting. Obviously not a great job for the Oxy. Okay. Up 86. Took a 102 loss in the simulator. You shouldn't allow that to happen. That's probably the only flagrant one. Yeah, Dante, so are you watching me? Because on the new high alert, right there, you just have to put the number of days you want, okay? So if you leave this blank, it's going to be an intraday high. Otherwise, if you want a 7-day high, just put 7. Okay? Right there, okay? I don't know. I don't know when the oil news is coming. I mean, if the meeting was at 10 o'clock, if it started at 10, I don't know when the actual news will start leaking out. I'm keeping an eye on Ruth, guys. RUTH. See if it holds 9. I think Overstock's in my watch list. I thought I put it in there. Maybe I didn't put it in the watch list. Overstock, what a run it's having. OSTK. Okay, so when you say it didn't work, what is going on? You might have to upgrade your Firefox, okay? We did an upgrade. I think I'm hoping most people can see my screen, no problem. We did an upgrade yesterday with the Chrome browser. That seems to have solved the problem. But the developer also said, of the room, said you should have the latest version of all the browsers that you're using. So make sure you're using the latest version of Firefox. Okay, Larry? I hope you're kidding, Daniel. Nobody said, well, I hope you're kidding. Was told the room was bad. Or the news was bad. I hope you're kidding. All right, guys, I get it. I took the Ruth, Ruth. I took the Ruth as long as it holds 9. I'll hang on. Got a lot of, has some room. Let me get this in here. The spread just widened now on Ruth. Just watching Ruth. I don't want to see it go down below 9. If you're talking to me, but HOG, no. Okay, guys, I may get out of the Ruth. Just after I got in, the spread widened up, but let me just see. Just come on, I have to have that bid catch up to the ask. Okay, this is a gap up and reverse CPRI, gapping up and reversing. How many oh, I don't know. I don't keep a tally on how many. I've only done 2 trades so far today. I'm not a super active trader. One of the, it's difficult to trade a moderator room But even if I weren't, I'm not a like I don't trade 10 to 15 stocks a day. Never have. Okay, I'm out of the Ruth. Might get back in if it gets back over. I'm looking for a 910 bid. No, it's not from the watch list. It was from Gap Up and Go. I liked it over the whole number. Had a lot of room. Just didn't work out yet. So what I'm going to do with Ruth, I'm just going to put an alert back up here. I'm around 918. And I have to see if that the bid ask has, I mean, it all of a sudden just got spready. If you're wondering what I'm talking about, I'm looking at my time in sales, and right afterwards it was like 902, 913, which is not good. So just move on. Okay, market drifting down just a little bit. All right, so obviously with the market drifting down just a little bit, and that probably didn't help the Ruth trade. I got to watch these, watch the long plays that are more or less tracking what the market is doing. Yeah, so much for the USWS, the news they had this morning. So much for that one. What do you mean? Tell us about some and not others. I don't. What do you mean by that, Amber? Well, the real, listen, there was so much activity in this one, and I talked about the real. I said, guys, how can you not take it? Real is one of the big posters in the room, okay? One of the great traders in our room. You may not know that. So that's why I was sort of joking, but I said, look at real. So, I mean, I can't take, there were so many that came in. I just like the look of real, so I took it. But, then it popped immediately, so. But I cannot take them. There's just so many that came in right off the bat. It's the only one I took. Yeah. So Prince, I really look at the daily, weekly, and monthly chart. Okay, most of my alerts, not most of them, virtually all my alerts are making new highs or new lows for the day. So intraday doesn't really matter to me, and I don't have to worry about intraday resistance. Obviously, I'm looking at the 15 and the 5. I want to make sure if I'm getting into something, and I wouldn't take ICD right now because it's way too extended. All right, so I'm going to look at the 5 and the 15. So if I'd seen this right here, that would have been I wish I had seen the ICD right there. Probably was alerted in the Momo up, because that would have been a decent pattern to take it from. So I'm looking at the 5 and the 15, but I'm always looking at the daily, weekly, monthly, because all these trades, of course, I don't have to worry about intraday resistance. So now I'm looking to see, where could it possibly go? Where could it get blocked on the daily, weekly, monthly chart? Boy, ICD. I wish I had seen, I'd say that would have been perfect. A little 3-bar pullback on the 15, and then a high 350, take the trade right there. But I didn't see it. All right, so we're starting to see, obviously, with the market moving down like this, we're starting to see some of the flyers early on starting to move down. So Casino, El Dorado. Who posted that there was bad news? I'm sorry, I must have missed that. My preference for trading, yeah, 9:30 to 11, but I'll trade all day because I'm in a room like this, so I have to, I'm always then searching. But if I weren't, I would probably shut it down around noon. Well, just based on what the market is doing and some of these energy plays are doing, I mean, maybe there's news leaking out that the talks, but that's just all conjecture, guys. But the market is definitely starting to fade now. Look at BNTX. Remember, I was saying, I mean, look at this one, 54 down to 47. Shortable too. Interesting. WMB though, this is bucking the trend. WMB bucking the trend here. Almost a red bar ignored also. But I think you need the market on your side if you're going to get into, well, and plus that's in the energy sector too. So you got to be really quick. All these trades in the simulator, they were virtually all worked except for this one. AMRN, you can tell maximum P&L didn't even go above the alert at 624, not even a penny. You can tell by the max P&L. Now some didn't move that much, but some huge moves early. All right, Medici Nova, MNOV is now looking left on that weekly chart. Looks like there's getting to be some resistance, maybe around 631. See that red line right there? Probably a low float. Actually, it's not a super low float, 40 million in the float, so it's not incredibly low. But if it takes that out, which it looks like it's trying to, MNOV, well, it is, well, it took out that high right there, like nothing. Yeah, big has come right back. Look at all these bottoming tails for big, BIG, almost a new high, BIG. Well, look, I mean, that's a short play, okay? SCO is a short play. So, I mean, I guess, look, it did spike there. But now it's going down. So, I mean, maybe all is well again. You know, guys. And look at Oxy now. Okay, some of these oil plays now, guys. So now look at SCO. Remember, this is the short of oil. Okay, so it is not moving up. It is moving down in a big way. The short of oil. So, yeah, so is CLR. So we had that dip. Probably a lot of them are going to look like that. A lot of the oil plays are going to look like that. Had a little bit of a dip. Meanwhile, MNOV, so that went through like nothing. That was, look at the MNOV. Another mini barometer of what's happening with oil is keep an eye on the tankers. Look at the tanker right there, FRO. Again, these were flying because they had to have a place to store their oil. So tankers were hot, okay? But look at this candle right there. If they're going to cut production, then the tankers are not going to be as hot. A nice bottoming tail on the SPY. Nice bottoming tail. I mean, we've already probably tacked on 150 points like nothing or more. Okay, so this little one is right back up. OVV, right back up. Here's a real little one, CIG, a little energy play. Well, not really. I guess it's power. Matador, MTDR, small oil play, MTDR, a lot in the float, 110 million in the float. Look at the room it's got, guys. Looking left on that weekly chart, it's above the high of that weekly. Look at the room it's got. So if this is true, if the rumors are true, cutting 20 million, then stocks like this are going to rip. I shouldn't say that. Stocks like this are going to rip. I should not say that. But just look at the room it's got on a daily chart, okay? Weekly chart. I'm definitely interested in it all. The longer it holds for, definitely interested in this one, the Matador MTDR. I'm going to stick an alert right around here. Oops, right around. How do you shut off the alerts? Are you talking about the Momo up? Or you talk? Which one are you talking about? What's it called really? I don't have Gap up. I have Momo up. Anyway, you have to, if you find it, just have to right click and properties and actions and uncheck play sound, okay? Yeah, look at OVV. Look at the breakout here for OVV. And it's not a low float, 150 million in the float. All right, guys, so I'm in the Matador. I'm going to play the Matadors and see if this one, don't know how long I'm going to keep it, but I'm in the Matador in at 409 MTDR. Again, that's not a recommendation to buy it, to do anything. It's just what I'm doing, okay? Boy, ICD, ICD. I wish I'd seen, again, I wish I'd seen that right there. It would have alerted in here, but just didn't see it. Lots of stuff happening. Look at ICD, Independence Contract Drilling. It's not even a low float. 23 million in the float. Wow, it's not shortable for me either, in case I wanted to short it on this capitulation here. No, look at the room. It's still got. I mean, if look left on that weekly chart, there's the high in the weekly chart. So a mate stall right there. But what a move! Right there was the pattern. Narrow candles, and then boom. Just didn't see it. All right, guys, listen. I'm out of the Matador, so it didn't pop the way I wanted to. Basically flat. You know, it got up to 418, 419. Almost took some out there. I'll keep watching it, so I'm out of the Matador flat. A little disappointing. I was hoping it would get into the mid 420s. Meso, MESO. Here's a little 2-bar pullback on the 15s. And what sort of room does this one have? So I look left. Oh, it's 10:37 already. All right, guys. Wow, incredible action right off the bat with all these oil plays. Up and down, up and down. OVV, though. I mean, even that one, look at the bottoming tail on it. And it's come right back up, but look at that bottoming tail. All right, everybody. First of all, if you're new to the room, welcome to the room. Frantic action in first hour. This is the format of the room. Monday to Friday. Of course, tomorrow is a market holiday, so the room is not open tomorrow. So but typically Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Sharing my screen, live on the mic. And I'm assuming that everybody can see my screen right now. That we don't have to go through the exercise of disabling hardware accelerators, etc. And if you can't, I think all you have to do is make sure that whatever browser you are using, make sure that you make sure it's the latest version. I think that's what you can do, okay? Meanwhile, now not very much volume. Oh, I wanted to watch this. And what's the spread like? Yeah, the spread is not great. There's that upgrade from Goldman this morning for OMAB. Another one that worked, but not very much volume. That's the problem. Man, look at Matador. It's right back up. This is just a little too whippy for me. I'll be honest. I mean, I know I don't talk about share size and all that, but I had a few shares of it, thinking that, man, if it really rips. So if I had fewer shares, I guess I could have held on. But I mean, this is pretty whippy, guys. I mean, all the way down to 370, then right back up. So I don't know. Anyway, so there is a big promo going on right now. Okay, it's our Easter promo. I'm going to put it in the room right now. 25% off the first month only or the entire year of a Trade Idea subscription. And I'm just going to show you how much Trade Ideas would cost. And I'll put this in the YouTube feed too. We basically have 4 plans, all right? So we have the premium yearly and the standard yearly. The big difference between premium and standard is the AI, Holly, and also if you want to auto trade anything, your own alerts, okay? If you want to auto trade anything, you need our premium service. So how much would that cost if you decided to take the premium yearly, which I don't recommend if you don't know anything about Trade Ideas, okay? But I'm just going to put this in here just to show you what the discount would be. Easter egg, all in capital letters, apply it. So we $1,700 a year, okay? So a big 567 discount. Of course, you don't have to start off with a yearly plan. What I would do is this: if you're at all interested, you can always try us out for a month, even the standard. Whoops. Just give me a second here. So even the standard monthly plan, you could try us out for a month, $118 less than 25%, or the premium, $228 less than 25%. And if you really like us, you think, okay, this is the program for me. You want to upgrade, say, from standard to premium or from a monthly to an annual plan. As long as you do it within 30 days of taking out your subscription, we'll honor that 25% promo. So it's a great deal. The promo will run to at least 11:59 p.m. Easter Sunday, okay, Sunday night. And that's Eastern time, 11:59 p.m. Eastern time. So please know your time zone. We get a lot of emails saying, hey, I just tried to apply your promo and it didn't work, and you're on the West Coast or something, you're trying to do it at 10 o'clock your time. It won't work. So make sure you understand, 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time, Sunday. Okay? Okay, right there, Kivo, right there, Easter egg, all in capital letters. Okay, make sure it's all in capital letters, and there's the link right there. Subscribe to Trade Ideas. There is the link. All right, I'm going to go over some of the other links. I'm going to talk about Brokerage Plus. I'm going to talk about the AI. So the links that we have, no, I should back up. If you are a Trade Ideas subscriber and you want some of the scans that I'm sharing, you can see a few, like 2 here, but I'm sharing a lot of different scans. If you click on scans that I share, let me back up. So there's the room drive icon, looks like a half open folder. You click on that, scans that I share, download. The links that I'm going to talk about, the training links, the webinars, if you download both of those, they'll go to a Word document so you can take a look at everything at your leisure. You can see them right now if you click on the scans tab in the trading room. Okay, here, sorry, the scans tab. Here are all the scans that I'm sharing. Okay, you can pick and choose which ones you want. The links that I have, again, I'm going to go over the AI. I'm going to go over Brokerage Plus, but here's the training link. Monday to Friday, again, markets closed tomorrow. Monday to Friday, 12 to 1 o'clock. That's on our YouTube channel. The format is basically this. I moderate the YouTube channel from 9 to almost noon. Then one of the trainers from Trade Ideas takes over from 12 to 1, and then I resume from 1 to 3 on the YouTube channel. YouTube channel is exactly the same. You see my screen, you listen, you can hear me. It's just not, we don't have as many active traders. The trading room is where you want to be if you want to really interact with a lot of other traders, and also, it's a lot easier for me to display things, my links, etc. Webinars, Monday to Thursday at 5 o'clock Eastern Time. They are all archived. You should have the latest beta. You'll know you don't have the latest beta if you don't have the similar tab in the single stock window, and if you don't see a buy and a short button on your chart. So if you click on the beta link, on the download link, you'll be brought to this page. Scroll down, and where you see the beta, please download that. That's the latest beta. I do a daily video between 1:50 and 1:45 every day. Trade of the week is sent to you before the market opens every Monday morning. Next test drive, let's see, we're getting closer and closer, a little over a month away. So if you click on that link, the next test drive, the test drive starts on May the 11th and will run to May the 22nd. That is 10 trading days. It'll cost you $8.99, and what you get for that is just as if you had our premium subscription, okay? So you'll have our premium subscription for 10 trading days, as long as you can start on the 11th and go to May the 22nd. This is also open to those of you who are standard subscribers. You can upgrade for those 10 trading days. We only do this 4 times a year. So if you've been wondering about Trade Ideas, it's a great opportunity. And it's $8.99, not $899. $8.99, okay? When you sign up, basically when you fill this out, what will happen is you'll get an email maybe a week or 2 before the test drive starts, and it'll give you all the sign up details. Yeah, you have to apply. If you click on the link, it's going to say probably, it might, yeah, but if you click on that link and you type in Easter, well, like I just typed in Easter egg, it's 25%. You must have somehow done it incorrectly. Okay, that link right there, subscribe to Trade Ideas, and this is where it'll take you. So I mean, if I just pick this one and I type in Easter egg, There's 25%. So I'm not sure what you must have done. Okay, yeah, check again. Make sure you click on that link. Let me do it again, and I would just want to make sure it is working for you. Unless, what were you trying to do? A monthly or an annual? Which one were you trying to do? Okay, good. Okay, subscriptions. If you click on the subscription tab, I've already gone over. There's the promo code you can use, Easter egg, all in capital letters. If you click on the subscription tab at the very bottom here, and one of the ebooks got, oh well, not gonna worry about it. So we usually have four of them. The bottom two here are swing trading setups. I had to copy and paste the link in, so I must have truncated the bottom one. Anyway, there are two swing trading setups, and the top one is a take on earnings season. These are all developed within Trade Ideas. These are not third parties. At @bbrune44 is my Twitter account. Oh, stocks only. And we've already gone over the test drive and a subscription. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about the AI and Brokerage Plus. No, not if you have a current one, Nona. This is just good for new subscribers, or if you wanted to upgrade. If you did want to upgrade, if you want to upgrade, then you're going to have to. Okay, I'm going to have to give you. Fortunately, I know we're changing our software so that this is going to be a lot more seamless for people to do things like that. Just contact Kelly at trade-ideas.com. All right. Make sure you give her the email address that you have used to sign up for Trade Ideas so she can locate your account. And then just tell her what you want to do. You want to upgrade whatever it is, monthly to yearly or standard to premium. And then she'll apply the 25%, okay? Yeah, the tankers. Yeah, I mentioned the tankers earlier. As a counter play to the oil. Oil's going up. Oil plays going up. Tankers going down. I would do it today. I mean, we are closed tomorrow, though we're always working. I mean, there's really no. I mean, the room is closed, but I mean, we're always working. We get emails. Everybody is looking, even at night. I mean, we're always working. All right, guys. So I am going to go over the AI, and I'm going to go over Brokerage Plus. I'm just going to see if there's anything I might want to get into right now. And probably the Matador. No, the Matador is still chopping around. It's over 4. I might have to take a look at it later on, but I use interactive brokers, Nona. Auto trading does not work with TOS. No, you need Brokerage Plus. I'm going to go over this right now. Okay, so give me a moment here. Okay, so this is what the AI is all about, guys. Let me just explain what the AI is. We have what we call 50 baseline strategies. This is not one of them, but if it were one of them, nothing's coming from the Momo down. Again, with the market, I guess, up. Just not getting a lot of Momo downs. These are the, make sure this is right. I want to make sure I haven't got some crazy, added some crazy filter that's presenting. No. Okay. So what the AI does is it takes a look at all the filters that are in place and start making adjustments maybe to the filter values, runs the back tester, what effect does it have on the profit factor and win percentage, maybe takes a filter out, adds one in. You know, it's a very tedious process. Obviously a computer can do it. And because it has to run through all 50 strategies. Tomorrow, not tomorrow, but on Monday, we'll be presented with the strategies that made the cut. Typically making the cut, meaning the strategy had to have a win percentage of at least 60 and a profit factor of at least 2. As I always say, I don't give a rip about what strategies made the cut. All I care about are what alerts we get from those strategies, okay? So I have my strategy trades all window open, and you can incorporate this as part of your layout. Click on New, AI/Holly Strategy Trades window, okay? The window will pop up. If you don't see all, please download the latest beta, okay? You're probably, like, this is typically what happens. They say, hey, I don't see all the alerts that you have. That's because it's defaulting to Grail, Strategy Trades Grail. You know, if you have the latest beta, it'll default to the all. And then I use this as a watch list, okay? And you can save the window as part of your layout. So you don't have to do it every day. So that's basically what the AI is all about. Now, this is Brokerage Plus. Thank you, Henry. This is what the AI is that Brokerage Plus is all about. I think I took a trade too. Did it take a trade? 222. Yep. Wow, look at that. Ooh, I missed it. Somebody asked me how many trades do I normally take. I would probably take a few more, but again, you know, doing what I'm doing, having to explain a lot of things all day long, which is absolutely fine. It's just part of the job. So this is what Brokerage Plus is all about. In its simplest form, should always preface it like this. Everything I'm going to say is part of the standard service until I tell you you need our premium service, okay? So to load Brokerage Plus, you click from the toolbar, click on New, Brokerage Plus, and this window will pop up. Obviously, you won't see these. This is what I've done today in the simulator. 2 ways to use Brokerage Plus. In simulation mode, which is basically paper trading, great way to practice. If you're a new trader, I hardly recommend that you practice paper trading before you start trading your own account. If you want to trade your own account, you do need an interactive broker's account, and then you can trade your live account. So I'm going to show you in simulation mode, because that's what I demonstrate all day long, in simulation mode. So in its simplest form, you can click on an alert, PSTI. The symbol will load here. You can pick how many shares you want to trade. You pick the price you want to get in at. If you're shorting, you sell. If you're going long, you buy. These are hotkeys. You want to get out of a position, you flatten. Get out of half your position. You can double your position, or you can reverse. You were long, now you want to go short, or vice versa. That's the simplest way to use it, okay? Nothing wrong with that. But we also have what we call one-click trading that you can set up. So again, let's say you click on big and you like what you see. You want to trade it. You go back, you look at the chart, you like what you see. So now you right-click on big and this box will pop up. And these are buying and shorting parameters that you can set up yourself. I believe there are some defaults that we have got for you, but you can set up your own, and this is what we call one-click trading. You just pick how you want to trade, and it'll just automatically trade it as per your trading strategy, which I'm going to go over right now. So in order to create your trading strategy, you have to have the Strategies tab open in Brokerage Plus. If you don't have it open, just click on New within Brokerage Plus, not New in the toolbar, New within Brokerage Plus. Here are the tabs we have. So make sure you click on the Strategies tab. When you do, you notice these are the strategies that I have, the long and the shorts. And to create your own, you can right click, New Trading Strategy. You give it a name. Is it a long? Is it a short? You can fill in as much information as you want in these tabs. I'm going to show you what I do for one of them. You don't have to do the same thing, of course. Okay, one moment, please. For some reason, at this time every day, I lose my Bluetooth connection on my headset, almost like clockwork. Just give me a second here. Okay, I'm going to put myself on mute just for a second here. Just give me a second here. I'm just having trouble connecting. Just give me a second. All right, I'm back. I cannot trade without music. Okay. So where was I? Okay, so I'm gonna show you what I'm using in one of my strategies, how I fill this out. Again, this is just what I do. You don't have to do the same thing, of course. So I'm gonna show you what I do for the chart long $100 risk. Why I'm gonna choose this one is because you notice we have a buy and a short button right on the charts. Here's how you can trade right on the charts. So what you do to use the buy button on the chart, basically you take one of the long strategies that you created, all right, and you designate it as the way in which you want to trade on the chart. So how do you do that? So you notice I've got one that I've called chart long $100 risk, and I've checked default chart long strategy. So I've assigned that long strategy in the way in which I want to trade on the chart using the buy button. And this is what I've done. So this is how I have filled in these tabs. So the entry time I don't care about. If I showed you the Barry's watch list up, you will notice that the slider is at 9:45. I delay anything coming in here until 9:45. Order details and risk management work hand in hand. I would encourage you to start thinking of the concept of basing everything on a stop loss and risking a certain amount per trade. Now I've got in my simulator, I'm risking $100 a trade. What that means is if the trade goes against me, I'm trying to, I don't want to lose more than $100 if I can help it. Okay, I mean, you might get some slippage and all that, but that's what that means. Now obviously, how much you're going to risk, you have to treat the simulator like it's your real account. I don't mean you're not using real money, but you know, you're not going to put $1,000 risk if you have a $5,000 account. Okay? So there has to be you should use some correlation to your account size and how much you're going to risk per trade. Risk management, I'm using a stop loss, I'm using a filter. It's just a drop-down menu. This is hopefully I don't have to keep saying but this is going to be added for everybody. It's the VWAP stop that I've been using. Okay. If it's not added yet, I'm going to find out probably today. when it's going to be added so that everybody can use it if they want. You can always try our smart stop in dollars. Okay, it's generated by the system. And I don't put a hold time. I always manage my exits. Also, order details, risk management. Okay, I don't put targets, but again, I put a 50-cent target. In other words, if I get into a trade, I will, if I don't do anything, it'll automatically take me out of the trade if it's 50 cents above the entry price. I only have this in here because somebody asked, can you put targets? So I'll demonstrate how you can put a target. You can always move things. You're going to see how you can always move things right on the chart later on. So that's what I'm using. Now, let me just take a trade. Let's take, say, Neuro. So here's Neuro, okay? So let's say I just drop this in here, and I'm going to click on the buy button, and I'm going to drop it. So I can do one of two things. I can say take Neuro if it gets up to 136, so kind of a conditional alert or buy, only if it hits that price. I could also do it on a pullback. I could say, well, I want to take the trade if it's at 126, so I could have dropped that down here. But right now, I'm just going to take the trade, okay? I want to show you how that works. I'm going to drop it to the price. It should take the trade pretty quickly here. There, it took the trade. So we see it took, there it is, Neuro is right there. Why did it take 526 shares? If I look at, it put a stop. The stop was at 113. So if I take 133 minus 113 times 526, I'm going to get approximately $100. You notice the stop, $102. You see it says minus 102. So if I allowed the trade to come down to the stop price, I'd lose $102. Okay? Now, at this point, and also you can see it 50 cents above that entry, 185. If I allow, if the trade started to work well for me, and I allowed it to take myself automatically, it would take it out at 185. I can always move these stops anywhere I want now. Once I'm in the trade, I can always move it up if I want. Maybe make it at an area where, okay, if it takes out the low of that candle, I should get out. And if the trade starts working well for me, I can always use this as a trailing stop. So let's say it's up 150, I could just start moving my stop up and up and up. Instead of using what I call an artificial trailing stop of a certain percent or a certain dollar value, why not use a trailing stop that's based on what the chart is telling you? The other thing too, let's just say it starts approaching the target, I can of course keep moving the target up. I don't have to adhere to it. Okay, so everything I just said is part of the standard service. Everything I just said is part of the standard service. The one-click trading, setting up the chart trading, all part of the standard service. Here is where you would need the premium service. If you wanted to, by the way, look, so FRO is popping, so big. So this must mean something going on with oil, guys. I mean, this is incredible, playing with our emotions. Anyway, this is where you need our premium service. If you wanted to auto trade, say my alert windows or an alert window that you create and you wanted to auto trade, then of course you have to have the strategy loaded here, and then you basically turn them on. This is why these were auto traded all day. I turned the strategies on. I can turn it off. See, now it's off. And now I can turn it on. These two are on. That's why they took those trades. Big fan of doing it, but listen, if you're bound and determined you want to auto trade the AI, then you also have to buy Brokerage Plus for $1,100 minus right now 25% off if you do want it. And it's a one-time licensing fee. What that means is if you decide that you want to stop trading for a while and unsubscribe from Trade Ideas, then you can do so. And if you come back, resubscribe, then Brokerage Plus is still waiting there for you. So you only have to buy Brokerage Plus if you want to auto trade the AI. If you don't care about auto trading the AI, then you don't have to buy Brokerage Plus. So hopefully that makes sense. So it's kind of to sum up, if you don't care about auto trading anything, then all you need is our standard service. If you want to auto trade your own alert windows that you create or mine, then you need our premium service. If you want to auto trade the AI, you need the premium service, plus you have to buy Brokerage Plus. So hopefully that is all clear. Now, I think it's half a cent a share, don't it? I mean, I'm sure there are different commission levels, but I believe I'm on a half a cent a share. So I mean, obviously, if you're looking to buy 10,000 shares of a penny stock, I still there's probably a way in which you can do it. There's probably some commission that you could use, but I'm not into buying penny stocks. Yeah, so Brokerage Plus, if you do want to trade your own account, right now you need an Interactive Brokers account. Boy, this is really playing with our emotions, guys. All these energy plays now. A lot of them are going to look like this, and then the counter to it are the tankers. And if you're wondering why that happens, I mean, obviously, if there's a glut of oil on the market, they have to store it somewhere. So that's why the tankers have been so active. Look at the move in the tankers. This is one of them. EURN. Look at EURN, another tanker. Yeah, I mean, the free commissions, I have mixed emotions about it. I saw a lot of posts a little while ago, last week, the week before. Poor fills. You're not getting, with the free, you're not getting quite the same service, of course. They've got to cut back. But it's up to you. I mean, I don't think half a cent a share is the end of the world. There you go. So, you get what you pay for, guys. You get what you pay for. There, look at, system's so laggy now. I mean, you get what you pay for. Yeah, I just haven't experienced that. I have not experienced that with IB, but okay. So, okay, you don't. If you're not auto trading at all, then you don't need the premium package. If you don't care about following the AI, then you don't need the premium package. Standard package is fine. My watch list is available to you. You know, new channel bar, and there I am. Barry's windows right there. These, you can load this and you can follow this watch list all day long. Remember, everything in here is a layout. Make sure that you save your layout to the cloud first. Before you load, your layout will disappear, be replaced by anything in a channel bar, okay? These are all layouts. Wow, look at Barnes & Noble, BNED. Why is this moving? But look at it move. Look at this move for Barnes & Noble, BNED, $1.64. It's over $1 on a $2, $3 stock. Huge percentage move, 73%. I don't understand. Barnes is named as new Tigers boss. That is correct. If you buy the monthly, that's what I'm suggesting. I mean, listen, I would never suggest anybody hop into an annual program. If you don't know our program, look, you may not like it, okay? Can't imagine you won't, but if you don't like it, you do not take out an annual subscription. That's why we have these promos. You can always try us out, standard. It only costs you $118 a month minus that 25%. And then if you do like us, just within 30 days, you can upgrade, say from standard to premium, or from a monthly to an annual program subscription. And we'll honor that 25%. Yeah, this watch list was super active today. And why I do this, again, I don't apologize. I mean, people have heard me say this over and over again, those of you who've been in the room for a long time, but we do have new people. So the purpose of the watch list is twofold: for new traders and also anybody new to trade ideas. Trade ideas can be kind of an overwhelming program. You look at all the alerts and filters we have. How do I start how do I start? Well, first of all, I mean, it's one of the things, you can load this channel and it allows you to focus just on a few symbols every day. This has been a super active day. So if you're a new trader, instead of having to wonder, well, where do I even start? Well, this is probably a good place to start. And even if you're an old trader, and you're new to trade ideas, you can always start off here and just check out. I mean, these alerts, I create the watch list every day. Basically, the watch list, these are the ones that have triggered from the watch list. The watch list is bigger than this. I don't want every stock to trigger, of course, so there are some filters in place that are looking at this watch list. It's a symbol list called April Showers, okay? And that has, I don't know, 30 or 40 stocks in it. Actually, it's a little more than I wanted, but there were so many interesting plays, so I decided to. I know I said yesterday I was going to try to cut it down, but there were so many interesting plays. So anyway, these are the ones that are triggered from it. So once the market closes today, I'll take a look at the watch list, the overall watch list. I'll load every symbol again into these charts, and I'll make a determination whether or not I think a symbol could be carried over to Monday, to the next day. And then I have about 4 or 5 scans that I look at after hours, and I run through all of those, check the daily, weekly, and monthly chart, and see what stocks I want to add to the watch list. And so then on Monday, it'll be a new watch list. There'll be new symbols. There'll be some carryovers and then brand new symbols. So, and then there are some symbols that I add in the pre-market. So I can't remember which ones I added this morning. So that's how the watch list is constituted. And then I put a 15-minute delay. Yeah, I do apologize. I think next week I'll put it on the channel bar too. I know it's a 30-minute delay in the channel bar. I don't know what huge difference it would have made, but I'll go back to a 15-minute delay. You notice there are no symbols, nothing's showing up until 9:45. And I try to let the market settle down just a little bit. Okay, so Nona, you have to understand what I'm doing here in the simulator. First of all, I am demonstrating how you can auto trade, okay? I mean, I don't auto trade. It's that simple. I mean, I'm demonstrating how you can auto trade though. Some people are, and so what I do is I demonstrate how you can auto trade your own strategies. Obviously, I mean, I don't auto trade everything. I kind of take a look at some of the ones that are coming in. Now, today was an extraordinary day. There were a lot of, like 9:45, 6, 7, 8. I mean, there were a lot of alerts coming all at once. Most of the time, they're spread out a little bit more. Okay, but today, because of the nature of the market, there were just a ton of them coming in. So all I'm doing here is I'm just demonstrating how you can use the auto trader if you do want to. If I were truly paying attention, okay, if that's all I had to do, and I wanted to watch my simulator all day long, for instance, I would never allow an $86 profit turn into a $102 loss, okay? Something like that, if I'm truly paying attention. So if you wanted to auto trade, then you really got to pay attention. But obviously what I'm doing is, I mean, I'm also answering questions. There's a lot of other things that I'm doing rather than just staring at my simulator all day long. So if you're doing that, if you're staring at it, you would never let something turn into like $86 up, turn into a $102 loss. Yeah, but I'm managing I would never auto trade the exits. That's why I'm saying if you want to auto trade the entries, but I would manage the exits. Okay? Make sense? And you just pay attention to it. I mean, look, I flattened out a lot of these positions. There's only one trading room, yes. Psychiatrist, yes. Well, yeah, this is what I was saying. Yes, you can. But okay, if you're truly just wanting to let it run automatically, you're putting in a stop loss. That's what I was saying before. You're putting in this is okay. Here's what I'm using. There's the stop. I'm risking $100. Okay, so and using this stop. So if it hits the stop, it's going to take me out automatically. If I did put a target, which I don't, then it would take me out of that, automatically. I don't do that though. Flattening a trade just means getting out. Flatten just means get out. Sell. Everything. Half means get out of half. Double means double your position. Reverse means, okay, you were short, now you want to go long, or vice versa. Before I would use, I would use, I mean, the simulator is great. I mean, you can use this. Well, if you want to put a target in, but I mean, would you, even the dreamer, I mean, if it starts approaching your target, and the trade still looks good, would you not move your target up? Yeah, the trailing stops does not, I still want to get to the bottom of it. I mean, we're in a marketing meeting at 2 o'clock today. I'm going to try to hammer home. I mean, I know we do say trailing stops here as a we do have something called trailing stops, but I don't think it works well. I don't know why we still have it here, to be honest. What I'm suggesting is that when you set up your stop, it's going to show up right on the chart. Now, look, I mean, if you've got 100 positions open, okay. But I mean, if you've got a manageable number of positions open, then I'd have maybe my positions open thumbnailed, and I would just start using this as my trailing stop. Okay, just moving your stop up to where it makes sense, right on the chart, rather than putting some kind of an artificial 1% or 20 cents below. Does that not make sense? That's what I would do. Meanwhile, wow, look at these oil plays. Look at these oil plays, guys. Market starting to drop here. So all the earlier rumors, $20 million or 20 million barrels decrease, obviously not happening, or not yet. Lots and lots of rumors flying around. Let's see what SEO is doing. I'll bet you it's popping like mad. Not like mad, but it is popping. What a morning. Yeah, so what Real is saying, and that's how you can set up, this is why I'm saying you can set up an automatic on one-click trading. You set up your stop, okay? That's what Real is saying. That is what people say, well, how many shares do you take on a trade? It'll vary every single trade. It's all depending on how much you're willing to risk on the trade. So if you're willing to risk $100 on a trade and you have a stop in place, that's why these share sizes are automatically calculated. 130, $1.33. Well, you can see minus the stop price, and it's an approximate right now. I can tell right there. And I'm risking $100 on that trade. So we multiply 526. Oh, okay. I see what's happened. I've raised the stop. I was going to say, why is it only $50? Because I've raised the stop. So if I take 133 minus, it's 10 cents, times 526, I get approximately $50. Okay, that's why, so there's the stop right there, $50. It's very important to keep your risk just about the same for every trade you get into. You don't want to fall into the trap that you might have great intentions. Okay, my account size says I can risk $50 a trade or $100 a trade. Let's make the math easy. $100 a trade. So you go in that first trade, you lose 100. Now you're ticked off. So you say, okay, the next trade, well, I better risk $200 because I want to make up that 100 I lost. And then of course this one's going to work. So now I'll be up 100. So you lose that one. Now you're down 300. And over and over and over again, okay? So, all right. Okay, a psychiatrist, I think you're just fooling around. You're just trolling here. So one more and you're gone. Okay, just to let you know, you're gone. One more. In fact, I'm not even going to wait. Meanwhile, shoot, I was just going to take this one. Son of a... I was just actually going to take this one. Just used as a demonstration for the buy button. And I was just actually, I liked the way it was trading and I was just going to take it. Son of a, you know what? Well, this is a highly emotional day. Did I say gay? Highly emotional day. And there's the neuro. Now it's down. Jeez. Yeah, it doesn't matter what he did. He's just gone. Doesn't matter. Okay, so Pondsy, or Ponzi, on the YouTube feed. Are you watching me? Can you hear me? Because you can do that right now. You can do that right now. Yeah, but he's asking about in the future the 1 minute volume change or change percent. Okay, I mean it's right here. Volume 1 minute. There's the percent right there. I mean that's available right now. So I don't know if you can hear me. All right. Well, I don't know if you can hear me. I'm trying to answer. Guys, if you're going to ask me a question, it really helps me to know whether or not you can hear me. Why would you? Okay, I have to make sure you understand. No, I understand. No, I'm talking about somebody in the YouTube feed. I've got these two feeds going. There's also the YouTube window. No, I'm just talking about a guy named Ponzi in the YouTube feed, okay? I know you guys can hear me in YouTube. I'm just asking, like he has asked a specific question and I've tried to answer him, but I don't know if he can hear me. Okay, so Nona, are you the only time you have to buy Brokers Plus is if you want to auto trade the AI? Are you a new trader? Are you a new trader? I just want to understand your trading experience. Okay. Do you have an Interactive Brokers account? Okay. Well, okay. So you cannot, and are you? If I can understand, you understand you only have to buy Brokers Plus if you want to auto trade the AI, which I'm okay. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, which I'm not recommending. I'm okay. Listen, you can take. Look, here's an alert. You can now, like I would not, and everybody else, I would not get so hung up on saying, oh man, there was the entry at 10:35 and now it's 10:37. If I'd auto traded it, I would have got right in at that price. Not necessarily. You can still set up trade one-click trading. Okay, and then so you see it and you can just click and it's not quite auto trading, but it's very, very close. Okay, very, very close. Well, I don't auto trade the AI ever. And I'm only auto trading this so I can demonstrate how you can do it. That's Yeah, and not a, no. This is auto trading my watch list. That's it. There it is, 460. I mean, it's a running total. I can see it right there. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. I mean, there you can see it right there. Well, today it is. Well, okay, you can tell right there. It's up $431 right now. Okay, risking $100 a trade, and that's without paying the like all the concentration in the world that I should be paying. Is it going to be like that every day? Not necessarily. All right, guys. That's a little. I'll be taking my break in about 20 minutes. But the other thing, Nona, and everybody else, I use this as a watch list all day long. The way I've got this organized is that you see the very first time that it was alerted and the price. So you can kind of go back and say, okay, what has it done since then? Obviously, CLR 1425. It did have a pop, yeah. I mean, it was but you had to be very actively watching it. But with a lot of the oil energy plays, it dropped. But from the initial alert, 1425, what did it hit? 15. Real 889. What did it hit? 944. You just go, so you go back in time and see, okay, from the initial alert, what happened? Sometimes they haven't moved that much. So it gives you an opportunity, or it comes back to the entry price. Okay, so I mean, you can use this as a watch list. Just watch this all day long as an example. 1197. What did it hit? 1259. I mean, you can go over. You can just take a look at all of them. Is it going to be like this every single day? Of course not. If it were, as I always say, we'd be on my Tahitian island, and I'd be treating everybody to whatever their favorite drink is. I mean, it's that, and flying you in. But I mean, it's a watch list. I'm only demoing it as a auto trade because people are always interested in that. Well, you have to take our standard service, okay? I mean, like prorated how? You can try all this for a month with our standard service. Well, unless you want to auto trade, then you need our premium service. If you want to auto trade this, then you need our premium service. But it's a 1 month, 212 less the 25%. But if you're asking, can I try it for a week prorated? No. Okay. $1,100 minus 25%. No. I just don't know why you want to try auto trading the AI. I just don't know why you would want to try. You can always get BP. You can always buy it later on. Okay, if you're bound and determined. You know, if you have a premium service, you'll see how the AI is working. I use it as a watch list. Okay, so I mean, if you're going to take all these on an auto trade, you wouldn't have done very well. Yes, Nona. Yes. There's no rush. There's no rush to buy Brokerage Plus. Try it. You know, try auto trading. You know, an alert window that you create. All right. It doesn't have to be mine. GNMK. Okay. GNMK. Good morning, VJ. There you go. So auto trade your own alert window. You know, you don't. I mean, I'm just showing this. You know, I like my watch list, obviously, but it's not the be all and the end all. Haven't seen Net Element for a long time. Is it still super cheap? I don't know. I mean, obviously, you had any of these little ones. I mean, 4 million in the float. Partners with Power Capital Direct to provide small business loans to merchants. No, I'm not going to say. I'm not going to say it's a pump and dump, but I mean, you know, it got pumped up to there and it's dropping. Well, there are a lot of good traders, great traders in this room, VJ. So, I mean, if you want to follow along to learn, I mean, look, always have a stop. Just a minute, please. I'm trying to answer somebody else here. Okay, so Ken Burks. Okay. No, you cannot get the AI on the standard service. The AI is a premium product. Okay, Ken? Toronto? No, we don't do. Well, you can scan for Toronto. Well, look at these oil plays, guys. So, and yet the market's not dropping. The market is not dropping, but a lot of these oil plays are just tanking here. So I don't trade the Toronto Stock Exchange, Nona. And the AI has not, it never trades it. Wow. Look at these moves. And yet the market is not tanking. Yeah, Forex is something I've never done. He says he can't hear me. Oh, you can. Okay. So join it as in take out a subscription? Is that what you mean by join? Okay. There's a good question. Always happy to answer that question. Okay, there you go. So there is the promo code. Normally I have a 15%, but this is 25% for Easter, so it'll be over Sunday night, 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time, okay? 11:59 p.m. Sunday night Eastern Time. And when you click on that link, here's the pricing, and you'll get 25% off either the standard, let me drop this down a little bit. So the standard monthly plan, 118 less the 25%, or the premium, 228 less the 25%. If you do want to upgrade, if you do it within 30 days, you can upgrade, say, from a standard to a premium, or from a monthly plan to an annual plan, and we'll honor that 25% promo code, okay? You can always just try us out, standard monthly, be 118 less that 25%, and if you like us, within 30 days, just upgrade. Yeah, I know there's some confusion. Okay, I have a YouTube feed going on. It's virtually the same as what you see here. People can hear me and they can see my screen. The difference is in the trading room. And the trading room is exactly the same. It's just the trading room is just a little more robust. There are a lot more traders in it, a lot more interaction, a lot more things I can do within the trading room. But listen, if all you want to do is hear me and see my screen, then the YouTube feed is fine. Well, I can't tell you which one is good for you. If you're, you can start off with a standard monthly, okay? Okay, just start off with a standard monthly, and within 30 days you really like the program, then you can always upgrade. But that's the sort of the cheapest way to start. Well, you can trade. Let's see now. Can you trade? Probably not. Let me think that. Let me think that through. Yeah, I guess you can. I mean, because we can scan the Toronto market. So if you clicked on something, and so you could, you obviously you have to have the Toronto exchanges added to your IB account. So I guess you could. Never really thought about it because you're the first person to ask that question. Well, yeah, because I mean, you can scan. We can scan for here. Listen, I'm going to put this in the room in the off topic, okay? So this is a canned response that I give to my fellow Canadians, okay? This is the canned response. Yeah, I mean, I'd say 99.9% of the people in this trading room, even the Canadians, only trade the US market. Okay, VJ, I'm waiting for one more question. I'll be taking my break pretty soon. Okay, I'll answer. Okay, the bid ask. Okay, difference between brokerage versus standard versus premium. Okay, so the big difference between our standard package and our premium package, the big difference. Let me just is our AI / Holly. This is something that is part of our premium service. Basically, you load it from here, and you just wait for the alerts to happen. It's our artificial intelligence. Basically, it takes there are about 50 strategies that get optimized every day. Once the market closes, has access to the latest market data, so waits for the markets to close, runs through the optimization procedure with all 50 strategies. Then on Monday, markets close tomorrow, you'll be presented with the strategies that made the cut. You basically load this window and the strategies and the alerts come in. Okay, you trade them as you see fit. That is part of the premium service, okay? Also, if you wanted to auto trade anything, you need our premium service. Auto trading, you have an alert window that you create and you want to set it up so it automatically takes the trades as the symbols show up. So for that, you need our premium service. Otherwise, if you don't care about auto trading anything, all you need is our standard service. Okay? And the only other addition, Brokerage Plus. Brokerage Plus is part of the standard service. If you don't care about auto trading anything, then Brokerage Plus is part of the standard service. The only time you have to buy Brokerage Plus is if, and I don't recommend it, but if you are bound and determined that you don't want to auto trade the AI, then you have to buy Brokerage Plus. Okay? So the bid ask, let me try to get to the bid ask. What was the question exactly? Well, it's not so much the direction of the stock. I wouldn't call it the direction of the stock, but I mean, if you have a big bid ask, so there's the bid ask right now, 627, 629, makes it easy to make it, if you want to get into the trade, it makes it pretty easy. Okay, I'll go in at the right at the market. It's not a big deal. Okay, it's only a penny on the spread. But what if this was 620, 650? Pretty tough to commit to getting into that trade. So consequently, when you see something like that, it's not so much the direction of the market. It's just, it's an inhibitor when you have a wide spread, especially depending on the price of the stock. I mean, if it was Amazon, obviously it doesn't matter if it's a 20 or 30 cent spread. But if it's a cheaper stock and you've got a really, really wide spread, it's going to inhibit you from getting into the trade. How to set up my watch list for auto trading? Okay, so here's how you do it. Just a minute, please. I have a hungry cat here. Just a second. Hungry cat takes precedence over all questions. All right, so here's how you auto trade it. First of all, you have to and you can't do it with Fidelity. The only one it works with right now, VJ, is Interactive Brokers. Okay, so if you have a Fidelity account, you cannot auto trade it. You cannot auto trade it. Auto trading, yes, means when the alert shows up in your alert window, it'll take the trade automatically. That's what auto trading means. But if you have a Fidelity account, you can't do it. It only works with Interactive Brokers. So if you want to, well, not my account. It's Interactive Brokers. It's not nothing to do with me. Oh, your own account. I mean, you have to have an Interactive Brokers account if you want to auto trade. Don't get so, everybody, don't get so hung up on auto trading. The only reason I do this is to demonstrate how it can be done. Okay, it's the only reason I'm doing it. So the question was how to do it. So you want to auto trade my watch list. So, excuse me, in the morning, click on New, Channel Bar, and then My Windows. Okay, My Windows. These windows will show up. Do it before 9:45. Excuse me, there will be no... And then what you have to do, once you have that done, then right-click and save the window to the cloud. Both of these two windows to the cloud, okay? Right-click, save, save. So it's in the cloud. Next step, go to your strategies and then load those two windows from the cloud. Right-click, load from cloud. You'll see them. You just save them. Click on it and then they'll load. That's why these two are in here. Okay, that's why they're here. Okay, now, then, you create your own trading strategy. I can't tell you exactly what to do. I should show you what I've done. And once you've done that, then you just turn them on. Right click and turn them on, enabled. If I uncheck it, now it's off. Now I check it, now it's on. And you have to do that every day. Okay, make sure, because we're not going to let you auto trade. We're not going to say, like a lot of people say, well, I want to auto trade it every day. You may forget, maybe you're taking off for a day, you forget it's on, and you low trade ideas and you walk away, you forgot you have it on, come back, you have nothing in your account. Okay, so we have to make a conscious decision that you want to auto trade. Oh, just one moment, please. Okay, wow, what a morning. So it's 11:54. I have to find out who's taking over for me. 1 minute before the top of the hour. Okay, Jamie, can you hear me? Or maybe you can't hear me. Can you hear me? I'll give you the countdown right at 1 minute, okay? I'll go the five. I'll put it in here. I'm talking to. Okay, so you can hear me. Okay, so I'll put the countdown in here, Jamie. Okay, in Slack. I'll do the 5, the 4, the 3, the 2, the 1. On 1, I'm gone. Okay. What a morning. What a morning. All right, guys. So I do take my break now. I will be. Let me see. I'm just going to put it in here. I want to put the promo code in here again. I'm going to be. I'll be pumping the promo code all day long because it's amazing how many people forget about it and then they ask me later on or they ask me next week. So there it is, Easter egg, all in capital letters. It'll be good until 11:59 p.m. Eastern time. Know your time zone, guys. Know the time zone you're in. Okay, promo for what? Haha, Frank. And again, you take out a subscription today and you want to upgrade within 30 days, we'll still honor the promo code. Upgrading meaning going from a monthly to an annual or from a standard to a premium subscription. So I'm going to put this in here. I'm sure both of them. Look at Fro. I mean, look at the move on Fro, both up and down. I mean, look at that beautiful down move when it looked like there was going to be a definite oil agreement, and now look at it. Yeah, I'm sure TNK is the same thing. All the tankers, guys, virtually every tanker you can think of, I'm sure is doing the same thing. Store. No, I actually thought it was a tanker, but it's not. Nice little break here for Store. STOR. Nice break. Look at the consolidation kind of on the 15. Consolidation on the 5. Right to here. Nice little move for Store. I'm not sure that, yeah, show the chart. Yeah, topping tails. So this is probably a done deal. I remember now. I took this trade just as to demonstrate the buy button. In fact, I'll just get out of it now. To demonstrate the buy button on the charts. It wasn't that I, though it would have worked briefly. Okay, Jamie. Sorry. I'll just. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2. I'm going to do the 1. Okay, Jamie. I just stopped.
And presto changeo, I think we're good to go. If somebody could let me know. All right, thank you, Aya. Let me just do a little rearranging here with my chat window. Stand by 1 moment, please. All right, looks like we got a good screen image here. Everybody can hear. Welcome to my desktop, as Barry was saying earlier. Yeah, some nice action in the oil sector today, along with a nice little gap up in the overall SPY, and looks like we're trying to grind higher and maybe go test this little level right here. Everybody seems to think that this is the last little bastion, this little sliver that we have right here. Of course, we're looking at the weekly chart right here. Tested it earlier, took that little pullback, maintained the 10 period on the intraday here, and not too far from highs. So we'll see what happens as the day plays out. I was kind of joking around earlier with the boys, and it seems like this 12 to 1 p.m. Eastern hour always tends to coincide with a move. We'll see if that happens today. But boy, what some crazy action we had with oil earlier. Popped down to lows, wicked out, popped out to highs, wicked out, and now just kind of settling in lower as everybody tries to figure out what might happen with oil. Don't know about all you guys, but can't even remember the last time I've seen gas so cheap at the pumps. Of course, being here in Texas, we're approaching the dollar per gallon mark, which can't even remember the last time that occurred. All right, looks like we've got a great little crowd in here. So, a little change of pace from Barry, and this is the live support session. So anything that you guys need help with, or if you have any questions about anything that you see on my screen, or just anything TI related, go ahead and pop them on out there. And it looks like we're kind of taking a little nap here on all the major tracking ETFs. Volume falling below normal on all the shorter time frames. Yep. Just looking at my messenger and comments about oil. No telling what it's going to do. Just a friendly reminder that today is Thursday and tomorrow the market is closed for the long weekend. I couldn't believe it earlier. Bonds were negative for a while, but as we can see here, not anymore. So bonds continue to go up, not quite as much today as they have been. But we can see over here from the weekly where they peaked out. Yeah, Steve, I would assume it's a normal after-hours session since this is a full session. Of course, I'm not 100% sure, but I would think that we would have the regular extended trading session. Holly not lighting the world on fire today, but a nice little winner in conservative mode today on this WPM. Very quick trade. Entry line down here at 30.36, and boom, makes a point pretty quick. Gets hit for the stop. Leaves a little bit on the table, but then keeping in accordance with just about everything else out there, taking its little pullback there. Let's silence that real quick. All these little small cap stocks hitting all-time lows over here. These windows have been pretty dead, as you might imagine. Anything looking at an all-time low or an all-time high, they're going to be few and far between. What was the one I was looking at yesterday? DEA. Man, this thing was just on fire yesterday. Easterly Government Properties taking a nice little run up to all-time highs yesterday. Or excuse me, this week. I keep forgetting that I'm on weeklies here. Let's just pop this back over to daily here. Yeah, yesterday popping all-time highs, taking a little pullback today, but boy, not a lot of things doing that in this type of market. E can slowly back up here. Check out the SPXS, the triple bear. Very close to all-time lows over here. Of course, it is a triple inverse ETF, so if you're wondering, well, why is it at all-time lows and the SPY's nowhere near all-time highs, it's because it's a triple leveraged ETF. And boy, things have gotten very, very quiet over here today. So while we're waiting for a question to come in here or just some action to start up, did notice that there were some big movers in the fintech space today. Early on, they just couldn't quite get any traction. And of course, notice all the relative volume numbers here. But a lot of these guys are holding up. Oof. Gapping sideways. What else we got here? Looked like telecoms might get up and boogie earlier, and you can see here Bode. A little breakout after the first 15 minutes or so, but then peeling over, just hugging that 10 period and grinding back up. T-Mobile, not quite the case. We got VOD holding the 10 period. We got T-Mobile getting tapped down by the 10 period. And we got a more obscure stock,